about set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night prime time. So here come the Browns for their first drive on us.
League, trying to return to that form. Has now played a full season since 2020. Only 5 touchdowns in 7 games played last season. He expects to get back to the top of the mountain this year with the Browns.
We're probably going to crush them tonight. That's one thing I do not worry about.
He was planted in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
They'll get this complete to the rookie from Washington.
And I think he just wanted to give the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Here's Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big third down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Here come the reigning AFC champion Patriots, led by the MVP runner-up from a year ago, Drake May, now in his 3rd season.
Still young, but growing in stature and set, and led the Pats to the Super Bowl before losing to the Seahawks.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 16.
The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
They'll go again with Henderson. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
I don't understand, dude. Why you just do?
But he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now the previous carry. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Travion Henderson. 62 yards. And the Patriots will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off. Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
They'll start on the ground with Jenkins. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now the former Volunteer, it's Dylan Sampson. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. To throw is Watson. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
a heck of a move. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 34 yards on the return. But for a moment, looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And the Patriots take over. The Patriots offense led by their running back headed out for the second possession. And he has made his presence felt in the ground game already in this first quarter. They might very well lean on him the rest of the way. They'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
First carry now for Ramondre Stevenson. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, as the defense rallies quickly after the nice move. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. From the 31, here's 2nd and 9. May going to give it to Henderson. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Well, they're
backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out of here and take off.
And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. This is Henderson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Trevion Henderson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Patriots go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point splits the uprights. And it's now 14-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was capped off by a 12-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And the football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Looking to put a drive together. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
Now a give, right side. Sampson. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
Here is 3rd down and 4. Here's Watson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky they were able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Patriots offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big hole after big hole to run through in this first half. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown.
And all the way in, touchdown, New England. Trevion Henderson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Pats are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball. Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
Watson. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. These offensive starters still out there in the second quarter. You would think the plans for them to at least play into the third quarter, if not all the way through it.
Yeah, it might go by feel. If they have a really good first drive to start the third quarter, they might pull them after that. If not, might leave them out there a little bit longer, but I'll guarantee this, they'll be gone by the start of the fourth quarter.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Here's Jones on the return. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. An impressive punt return of 76 yards. And the Patriots are able to add on to their first half lead.
When you've got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach, but it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they hit the ball and kick it right to him.
The extra point now for Borregales. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So his big play capability in full display there as he's able to return that punt for a touchdown. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And that was not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Out quick to Boston. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
Now, I'm not putting him in the Hall of Fame, but if you look at the great linebackers in history, they all have that ability to innately sense where a play is going, sometimes even before the ball snapped, and they're there, and they end up making the play.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
Well, they have that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
I honestly know what we ate last night, and I think that was Saints.
This is going to be 3rd and 13. And they'll send Judy in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy. And they'll get him down at about the 37.
Yeah, it was.
Well short of the first. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. On the return is Jones. Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
A tremendous return there, 39 yards. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10. The Patriots headed out as you get a look at Josh McDaniels, their offensive coordinator. His guys have the first half lead here as they try to find some ways to attack this defense. From the shotgun, it's May. And this is caught. It's Brown. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A well-executed 22-yard gain. To the air, May. Oh, a poor throw. It's intercepted. And the Browns are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
I just threw an interception.
So that potentially an important takeaway here in this second quarter.
Because what it does is give their offense a chance to put a drive together. They've got nothing on the scoreboard so far, so you have to think that they need something before the break. And now they have an opportunity.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Should have just had her running in.
Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search
trying
of
to
their
mix
first
up the run
down
throw
in this
plays.
game as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. On 3rd down, Sampson. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. Here's Corey Bojorquez now. Here's Jones. And good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing pretty basic stuff, pretty vanilla defenses. You're looking for guys that play with abandon. They just go out and make plays and kind of let their athletic ability take over in order for you you to notice them.
So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hanson for our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hanson with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scotty, thank you as always. Well, likely two very different halftime speeches by these head coaches, that's for sure, as we get set for half number 2. Our starters likely to be out there for the third quarter as we get back underway in this second half. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. And the Patriots going to take over here to start quarter number 3. Well, the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
As we surmise, Charles, most of the starting units still out there for this third quarter. First time this preseason that they played into the second half.
And that's by design. Most of the time by this point of the preseason, you want them to go into the half, cool down, and then come back out and warm up to start the third quarter like you would a regular season game. That's exactly what they wanted to get done.
189 yards for him on the ground now, and he has been a tough man to bring down all night. He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the third quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just this series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, worthy adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball. Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just have to find a way to tackle someone.
They go play action now.
Got him right there.
This will be caught by and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. Here's Henderson.
That was good.
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Trevion Henderson, a 23-yard run. And the Patriots take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes this 35-0 now. A drive there of just 4 plays. And a long run there in the end to top it off.
Andy Borregales to kick off for New England.
The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
What they're seeking with an RPO is space for the receiver to make a catch and then make a play downfield, but there wasn't any space available, thus the incompletion.
The slot man in motion right. Watson now to throw. And that one too wide and incomplete.
Well, incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
Back to throw, Watson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away.
Coverage is like, dude.
Jones on the return. And he's loose again. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Officially, it'll be a 68-yard punt return score. And the Patriots have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
Well, it certainly feels like that kind of game, doesn't it? No matter what they do, it's going to work. That might be the absolute crusher right there. A punt return for a touchdown.
Feels like there's been a lot of crushers in this game. This lead just gets bigger. Borregales now for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. And we know he has home run hitting ability in the punt return department, and he showcases it there all the way back for 6.
Andres Borregales to kick off for New England.
So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold onto the football while being jostled?
The Browns send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll take it at the 42. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Straight ahead, Henderson. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all a positive play for the offense. So pick it up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
To throw, it's May. Got Dobbs over the middle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
They go play action with May.
Oh.
Throw there is incomplete.
After that throw, and it's definitely one that he would love to have back. I wonder what's going through his head. I wonder what kind of mind game he's playing with himself to get himself back on track. Because a lot of guys, that's what they do. They have little triggers that when the mechanics are off, if they make a bad throw, that they go to that place to get themselves back in sync.
232 yards for him on the ground, as this has been a night to remember to this point. He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
They'll go back to Henderson on first down. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's a 2nd and 8. They'll throw with May. Touchdown, Patriots. Kayshon Boutte from 17 yards out. And the Patriots get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. The extra point now for Borregales. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's finished off by a Pats touchdown.
Andy Borregales to kick off for New England.
The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here.
The disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper to the offensive playbook. The bottom line is don't quit competing.
16 at the 29-yard line.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Prime Time. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Get that dude.
And we're back now here in Cleveland.
Oh.
And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now it's Watson. To the sideline and incomplete. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense. Another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
From the gun on third, Watson forced out to his left. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to fourth down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's third down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. Fielded just inside the 20. Oh, good move. Great blocking, nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again.
We've paid this offense plenty of compliments already, but, I mean, they are deserving as they start another series. To be leading by this much with so much time left to play in the 4th, Charles, it's really, really been impressive to watch.
It has been, and you have to think to yourself, the preparation that went into this, but the absolute focus that they kept throughout in order to have this kind of a result. This is Super Bowl-esque, and they got to feel awfully good about what they put out there today.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. Now he's into the clear again.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown.
Travion Henderson, 43 yards. And the Patriots continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Borregales now for the extra point.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Cleveland offense making their way out.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
On the ground, it's Judkins to start the drive.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Pass complete to Judy on the out route.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
But that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know the securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8.
Now a handoff up the middle. Sampson.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down.
And they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Watson now going to run the option right. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. Ball on the 30 now. Here's second down and a yard. They'll try the air now with Watson. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Well, not only is this defense pitching a shutout, now they're contributing points themselves. I mean, they have really put together what's almost been a perfect effort here in this one.
I love how you express that. They've absolutely exceeded expectations in this one. And even better than their play, it's been their effort. Even with the win in their back pocket already, every one of those guys is still out there fighting like it's a tie game.
The extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Andy Borregales to kick off for New England.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while. But everyone that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now Watson. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Out of the gun now on third down. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front seven today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So a change of possession here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Henderson now on 1st and 10. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And that now 6 rushing touchdowns for him. And that ties him with Alvin Kamara, who on Christmas Day of 2020 also went for 6 touchdowns. And this is quickly turning into one of the great individual performances in NFL history. The extra point now for Borregales. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone.
Andres Borregales to kick off.
The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time